And just like that, baby, we officially live on the official Wado podcast, live from the Rise of a Warrior Fight Night, baby. Live from the Fence Center, and I got an OG legend, man, Hall of Famer right here, JoJo Alford. How you feeling, big dog?
Feeling good, big dog.
Mr. Head Buster himself.
Yes,
and we got Head Buster Jr. Can you introduce who we got over here, special guest?
Hey, man, we got little Champ, man.
Rest in peace, Champ.
Long live Joe Miller, man. This is his son. And I know little Champ since he was a baby. Joe will bring him out and work out with us and stuff. He'll be off to the sidelines.
Love it.
Right now, he VIP.
VIP, that's right, that's right. What's next for you, JoJo? Any future plans? Any fight news coming up? What we looking like?
Well, just 2 days ago, I just got I accepted a fight for Combat Night, 3 weeks in Kissimmee for a 170-pound title match for MMA. Wow. So I guess the guy that he was finna fight, he pulled out for injury, so I just stepped in. And the only reason I stepped in because it's a title, so I want that belt, bro.
Right, strap season. You stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready, bro. But yeah, bro, that's what I'm preparing for the next like 3 weeks, bro.
So shout out to Combat Night. That's a pro card, man. You gonna do his thing. JoJo Alford representing, baby, the fort.
Yes, sir. City of no pity, baby. No grind, no
last
shine,
time, man, you had a real comment, dog. Life been lifing.
Oh, yeah,
I always like to check on my dogs, man. How you living, bro? How you living?
Man, I'm living good now. Like, you know, still, life always has its ups and downs. Always. But, like, right now, it's like, I'm good, you know? Ain't nothing really too stressful, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm maintaining, you know?
Right. And it's probably easy for you to do the right thing when you got somebody like that looking up to you, dog.
Yeah,
you got the future watching every move.
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to do the right thing, bro. Like giving back, especially to like the youth, to him. You know, Champ really taught me a lot as a man. You know what I'm saying? The little time that I had with him. So it's only right for me to try to give back. You know, oh yeah, we having me and Denver Woods. We get selling shirts for Champ. So like, we make it this right here.
Go get that, man.
Champ support, man. $25 a shirt. Any proceeds, anything that we make is going to his family. Because he got like four brothers.
Right.
So, you know, I keep in contact with his mom, and I be sending her bread and stuff for the shirts that we sell.
That's big time.
So it's just trying to just keep it going, you know. Head busters for life,
That's
bro.
it, for life, man. Head busters for life. That's honorable, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to the ring girls.
Yeah, they throwing shirts and stuff.
Nobody told y'all today you look good. You did. I gotta have the ring girls on the show. I've never had the ring girls. I gotta show them.
Hey, bro, you should.
I'm gonna go tell them.
That'll be more content for real.
I'm gonna go tell them. Got a little champ in the building. How you feeling, little champ?
Good.
Who do you think's winning right now?
Allison.
Okay, good call.
He need to keep his hands up.
He gotta keep his hands up, right? You gotta protect that chin.
Because if you don't keep your hands up, you're gonna bang.
Do you think you could ever get in the octagon and fight? Yeah? Not scared? You're born for this. Head buster certified. I like that. You got any girlfriends? How many? 4?
Whoa.
Bro, the kids, I don't know how they deal with it, JoJo. 4 at one time? That's difficult. That's a real head buster right there.
Say what's up to your mom, man.
Head buster and heart crusher. You know what I'm talking about?
What's up, Chap?
What's up, chat?
You want to be a head buster? First, keep your hands up at all times.
All time.
Second, you move so smooth like Alexa shoes.
Woo!
And third, don't quit.
And third, don't quit. Most important yet, it's Lil Champ, it's Head Buster Sundays, it's Friday night, it's Saturday night, Rise of a Warrior. It's JoJo, it's Wado, you already know what we do, baby, only the real. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special tribute. Okay, we have one of the ring girls here. I've never had a ring girl stand by. Lia, how you feeling tonight?
It's good, I'm excited. It's a good, packed show.
Yes.
I always love coming to Ride, so it's awesome to be a ring girl this time.
Lia, did you mention you're a fighter yourself?
I am a fighter.
Not just a pretty ring girl, okay? She can whip some ass. Talk about it a little bit.
Well, I started fighting when I was 3.
Wow.
I did Olympic-style Taekwondo. At 25, I was like, let's switch it up. Let's go to Muay Thai, and now I fought a couple times at Combat Night.
Right.
I'm actually going to be doing my bare knuckle debut May 2nd.
Wow, bare knuckle debut.
Yeah, I'm excited.
There's some scary looking guys that are too scared to do that. Wow, big shot to the face. Lia, they're going crazy. How much has fighting or training impacted your real life as a woman?
It shaped me to be a confident woman, but also Muay Thai saved my life. I was going through a really bad depression, to the point where I almost ended my life.
Right.
And then I found Muay Thai, and it gave me the biggest confidence and a reason to wake up every single day. And it's super awesome. I love it.
So it was like a challenge for you, but it also gave you things as you got better and learned, hey, I could do this. Because day one, a lot of people are probably like, I can't be a fighter. You walk into a Muay Thai gym, you're like, whoa, I'm not this, but you keep grinding away.
Oh yeah, my hands, I was watching videos of my first private training, and that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Then I did a private with Dan, and I saw my hands flying, and I was like, damn, it's so funny how 4 years of training your hands could really just change everything.
Right, and I think, on my show, I use it to show the reality of a lot of different positions, jobs, things to do in life. So I think it's really cool to see more women get into training, not just to come be a real fighter. You don't have to be a pro fighter, but what do you think the benefits of the discipline of training have done for you?
Well, it's kept me out of trouble. Not that I was ever a trouble kid or anything like that, but especially when I'm in camp, it's I can't go out and drink. I can't go out and eat. I can't do things. I'm very dedicated to camp, but I feel as a person, it's also made me if I go out, I'm not scared to go out at night or anything like that because I know how to whoop some ass.
That's right. She knows how to whoop some ass.
Please try me. Come, I'm itching for it.
That is awesome. So now, what does your future look like? Do you want to do more fights?
Oh yeah. There's
obviously we're talking about a bare knuckle debut, so let's just go there for a second. What is it like for you to enter bare knuckle boxing?
I definitely think there's something wrong with me mentally that I would even do it. But it's more, I want to challenge myself because I've always been known as the kicker in my fights. But now this time around, it's I can only rely on my hands. And I'm 4'9". I'm the shorter fighter every time. So this is really going to be challenging to go in and out and get around. But my coach, I train with Skylar at King's Muay Thai and Stuart.
Shout out.
He's not just a Muay Thai coach. He does Muay Thai, that's his specialty, but my boxing with him, just in 5 months of being with him is exceptionally
improved
it's incredible. So having him and stuff like that with me for this fight is definitely
Ladies and gentlemen, you ready?
Here we go. We're gonna shout out to USA.
Oh God.
I think we got a national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light for the land of the free? Do not tell my son I did that. He is
The beautiful Lia here. Okay, not only certified ring girl, certified badass. Let's break down bare knuckle fight. Let me see your hands real quick. She's got nice hands. You can tell she's been punching. But have you been training for bare knuckle? Have you been training to be exposed like that?
No, I'm going to be honest. But we just got this opportunity, and I felt like it would also be a good way to give back to the gym in a way. It could bring some recognition to our gym, and it could show how much of a badass my coach is and stuff like that. And I feel like he doesn't get enough recognition. So, and plus, like I said, I want to challenge myself too. So that's it. We're going balls deep in this. We are training full blown. It's time to knuckle up.
What's your pre-fight playlist look like? What kind of music listening to
Oh
before
my
you
God,
go whoop some ass?
you're not gonna believe me on this. So I love Andrea Bocelli and Io Volo, and like I love opera.
Italiano. Okay, I see you, girl.
I
Now.
love my Italian music, my opera. So I'm sitting there like getting my hands
Just
wrapped.
straight Andrea Bocelli. I'm gonna play it in the edit. You're gonna hear some good.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
I love it. Andrea Bocelli is definitely my go-to.
Brings out the rage. Put on some opera and I'm ready to whoop some ass.
I feel like I need to be calm before a fight because if I get too angry, I get in there and I'm just like I don't make smart decisions. But if I'm calm, I can hear my corner, and Skylar's like one of the best corners. Like you can hear him so clearly. So like when he says something, I can hear it. I'm clear-headed and I execute what he says. So it helps.
Now, last question I want to ask you. I don't want to take too much of your time, Leah. Thank you so much. What's it like being the ring girl? Obviously, as fans, we get to watch. Okay, we get the pretty girls. I saw you guys. I'm like, okay, we got nice ring girls. I got to talk to them. What's it like, aside from whooping ass, as a ring girl? What's it like fight night for you?
This is different.
Gotta be different, right?
It's so nice to come and like be, do my makeup, do my hair, and like people look at me and they're like, oh, you look, oh, you're the fighter.
Not used to seeing you.
But it's nice to like, be supporting and helping Dan. Like I love Dan. Like if he needs anything, I'm always gonna help. So
That's awesome. Now, Leah, last one. We know what you do. We see you out here doing it. Who do you do it for?
my mom. My mom is a cancer survivor.
Mine as well. Shout out.
God, let me not get sensitive talking about it.
Real.
The biggest thing I want to do is my mom. So my mom had bladder cancer, and she's the biggest badass I've ever met. I've never seen someone beat cancer the way she did. Like that was incredible. But she needs, like, I hate seeing her with a bag. Like, so my biggest goal is to, like, with my job and with fighting and with everything, like, raise up money to get that removed and have her have like a normal life again. So she's my daily motivation, like even though I don't tell her enough, like she's my idol. Like I love that woman so much. So
she knows. That's awesome to hear. Well, thank you so much, Leah, for joining. This is the beautiful Leah, ring girl, badass, ass whooping extraordinaire. Thank you so much. Rise of Warrior, we live, baby. That your name?
Rocky.
Rocky, good to meet you.
Likewise, bro.
And just like that, baby, we officially live on the Wado podcast, and I have Mr. Rocky here, okay, an official paramedic, fireman. How you feeling today?
Hey, pretty good, baby. It's a beautiful day.
Now, thank you so much. Okay, you got your partner here. Thank you all the paramedics that are here, have ever been here to help Rise of Warrior. You're working tonight, obviously.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the fight? A lot of debuts tonight.
Hey, man, it's pretty fun to watch. I think it's a good time for the people here, and the local people should come out, spend a little bit of money, and enjoy some entertainment.
Now, would you ever get in that octagon? Now, past, would you ever been in that ring to fight?
Absolutely, man. That's easy work up there.
Wow, you love it. You train it all.
Easy work. Yeah, so I have an extensive background in boxing.
Wow.
And I would hurt these guys, bro.
Wow, you would hurt these guys.
I would hurt
Easy.
these dudes, bro.
And you would
Easy
hurt
work.
any MMA? Are you a fan of the MMA fighters, or do you kind of respect the boxers only?
I respect anybody that's willing to glove up at any point in time and put a little bit of work in there, because there's a lot of truth that comes out in that square circle or that octagon. So anybody that puts gloves on and gets in there and gets that work, you got to show love and respect for it.
That's right. Respect to all fighters, win, loss, or draw. And I love what you said, the truth, because you'll reveal a lot of truths about yourself.
Oh, yeah, man. You see if the guy's actually putting any road work in at any point in time, sparring, cutting on corners. You know, a lot of these guys got that 30-second warrior in them where they get in there, they put this work in for 30 seconds, and then everybody's exhausted, hugging on each other.
Right.
And very few of these guys, some of these guys got decent technique for sure, but, I mean, I feel like they're leaving a lot on the table by not really... This is supposed to be the easy part of the fight. The hard part's training and getting that work in when nobody's watching.
Like a real fighter would say.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're here to work. What's it like for you to see these guys? What's the worst injury that you've seen working fights, I should say?
I mean, you can anticipate some guys take a lot of headshots, and some fighters can get critical for sure. So we're here as fans, but also working because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got to be ready on the go to make sure these guys are walking out of here clean and conscious for sure. If they're not looking around and they look like they're a little off their feet, we're going to pay attention a little bit more and watch them. So when they sit down, make sure they're good to go. If not, then we're definitely going to step in a little bit to help these guys out.
See, those are probably the scariest injuries. Obviously the arm break, someone get knocked out, but the ones where they seem okay, but you guys can tell they're not. That's probably important.
Right. Well, if you break something, that's okay because the problem's right there. But when you see these guys a little dazed, they got some head injury going on, that's a little scarce, man. We might have to get that guy to a doctor for sure. So we're here praying for everybody, man. I hope it turns out to be a great event and everybody's able to leave, and I mean everybody wins no matter what.
Now, obviously, you have a physical job as it is. What does training do for you for your job? Does it help you at all?
Absolutely. So making decisions on the split second, working under pressure, and physically agility. We gotta stay in shape. You know, whether we're running upstairs or running out all day. You know, St. Lucy's got a reputation. We gotta make sure we maintain that fit. Sure.
I love that. And now, I want to ask you, as a boxer, as a paramedic, how important is breath control? A lot of people don't realize the simplest thing we do every day is difficult in there.
You see a lot of these guys with a lot of nervous energy. So when they start off quick, you can see already that guy ain't gonna be worth much for long, right?
Right.
An experienced guy will let him go in there and do his part, pick him apart right after that, and it becomes easy work. Skills goes out the window real quick when you don't got no lungs in you.
Right.
So breathing easy is one thing, man, but learning how to control it when you're actually working, putting the miles in on the road work, now you get in there and the fight's a lot easier.
Wow, that's amazing. Rocky, how long you been doing what you do?
5 years, man.
5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Question I always like to ask my guests, if you were to go back 10 years ago and talk to a 10 years ago Rocky and told him where you're at, what you're doing right now, would he have believed it then? No way.
I don't think 10 years ago me would have appreciated this moment, man.
Wow.
You know, anybody could do a lot of easy things, but, you know, putting on our uniform, wearing our American flag, and representing for our city every time we come out here for our district, it takes a lot of pride to do that, man. So I don't know if the younger version of me would appreciate what I've been able to accomplish now.
Right, something bigger than yourself.
100%, man.
That's beautiful, man. Rocky, last one I want to ask you. Obviously, we see what you do. We see you out here doing is saving the fighters and the people. Who do you do it for?
Hey, man, I do everything for God. Without him, none of us can do any of this.
Love that. Well, thank you so much, Rocky. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, I appreciate
the first
you, man,
firefighter paramedic of all time.
Hey, man, you guys keep watching. This guy stand up.
Come on, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Hey, no worries, bro.
Listen, I got Mr. Ken Link in the building. How you doing, big dog?
Appreciate you, big dog. Good, I'm good.
Tribe Intensive. Can you talk about what is Tribe and what are you here doing?
Yeah, for sure, man. We're just happy to be here at Rise of a Warrior. I just want to thank Dan for putting on this show. It's amazing, and we're just glad to be a part of it. But, man, Tribe Intensive is the Treasure Coast premier outpatient drug and alcohol treatment center. So if you know somebody that's struggling with drugs and alcohol, reach out to us. We'll help the best we can, man. We are a family-oriented business. Anyone who crosses through our doors, man, we take good care of, and I'll go above and beyond for anyone that walks through those doors, and everybody that's come through here knows that.
Wow, and it's very apparent, man. A lot of people speak a lot of good things, not only about you, sir, but about Tribe and everybody involved. Is Tribe something that you started? Is it something that you found? Is it something that helped you? Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I started Tribe with my business partner, Tom McGuire, and our other business partner, William Marshall, and me and Tommy both worked in treatment. We didn't like the way that our treatment centers were going, all amicable upon leaving, but we just didn't like how people did it, and we wanted to change. We wanted to change the game. Really, we wanted to bring that family aspect to it and small town feel. So yeah, I mean, I started with him, and it's just taken off, especially in the local area. Everybody's taken kindly to it, and I also wanted to say, like, the fights and being involved in this, like, I've heard so many fighters' stories about, whether it's their past or a little bit of a checker past or whatever it is, and I just love that Tribe shows support for them, because that was my past too.
Right,
that was
right.
A couple of my business partners' past too. So we just love being involved, watching these guys take their lives to the next level, and I'm just glad to be here, man.
Right, it's beautiful. You guys sponsor fighters. You guys put money in the hands of these guys. You see, obviously, Tribe Intensive right there on the banners. But I want to ask, is the most important thing for you, the most rewarding thing is to see the journey of the guys that you help?
Oh, hell yeah. It's watching someone come in broken and then kind of watching them progress into a confident person that has rejoined their community, their family, their kids' lives, their mother and father's lives, brothers and sisters. It's rejoining families, you know, like that's the whole name of Tribe, like people coming together as one, you know, to accomplish a common goal, and it's really awesome to watch. It's what keeps me coming back every day.
That's right. Listen, I use my show and platform to showcase anything real, and there's nothing more real than what Tribe Intensive is doing. I want to ask you, sir, is it ever too late for someone to want to get help?
Well, I'll say this: when I was at the end of my rope, my parents wouldn't even pay me the time of day. They couldn't do it anymore. I was slowly killing my family. Nobody wanted nothing to do with me, and you know, I picked myself up by my bootstraps and made the decision to change. So anyone can change at any time. Don't ever think you're out of the fight.
That meant a lot. I deal with my dad a lot. I love my dad, but alcohol's definitely been a big part of his life. And a lot of times, you know, we fight, we go at it, but when we get to those moments where we're finally being real, his, not excuse, but his reason is it's too late for me, son. So that's why I asked, is there an age limit to getting help?
Oh, no, absolutely not. We serve people from 18, and the oldest person we ever treated, I think, was 78. Wow. So it's never too late, bro.
Wow.
Never too late.
And I bet that 78-year-old almost had a restart in life.
I mean, listen, they did what they had to do, and they went back to their home, and God willing, they'll die a sober man.
That's right. And are you fully sober now?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to ask, as someone that's sober, do you ever think about having a drink? Do you ever thinking about, you know, not even so much using, but the fun part? Is it?
No, see, what happens is
How do you deal with that?
Is that it's been a while, but once that obsession and the craving has all been relieved of me, I can come to events like this. I can have a great time and not need alcohol. Like, I'm out there throwing shirts. I'm kicking it with all the people here. It's just awesome to experience that as a sober man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody you want to shout out? Any team member of Tribe? Any fighters? Anybody that you want to shout out personally?
Oh man, well we got Silas fighting soon.
Co-main event.
Yeah, man. Ruben's fighting soon. Gibby just had a good fight. There was a lot of guys on this card that we really get down with, and they fought well. Billy fought well. Yeah, it's been fun, man.
And now, Ken, we've seen you in the ring. We know that you fight, you train. How important is training, and how does training benefit you business-wise?
Well, I will say this. I mean, it helps business-wise. Like, building business relationships with people in the fight game is really cool. I always love building relationships with anyone from any field, but at the end of the day, the training is more for me. Like, I gotta be selfish in my own stuff, and the training, it helps me stay active, helps me release that energy, that negative energy that's inside of me, and you know, like, I just got out of it because I've been too busy with work and stuff. You know what I mean? These guys devote so much time to this. Like, they're there every single day, and I just give them all the respect.
Man, and anybody that wants to reach out or find Tribe, can you drop it on your socials? Where are you guys at? What if somebody wants to find Tribe Intensive?
Yeah, for sure. You can find us on Facebook, Tribe Intensive Florida, FL. Well, Tribe Intensive FL. And then we have an Instagram, Tribe_Intensive. Yeah, we got a YouTube channel. Just search us and you'll find us.
And you guys are located in Jensen, right?
We are. We're located in Jensen Beach, and then we have another location in Marlton, New Jersey.
Perfect. I love it. Last one, Ken, I want to ask you. Obviously, we see what you do. We see you out here doing it alongside Tribe. Who do you do it for?
Oh, well, I do it like the person you talked about, the person at the end of their rope, you know, because that was me. Someone on death's doorstep that when they call that number, see, if I ever shut my doors and someone calls that number and I'm not there to pick it up, that person's lost again, you know. They might not pick up the phone again.
That could have been their one call they were willing to do.
It's for them. Yep.
Wow. And any last message for anybody that's... My biggest thing, Ken, is as men, we know we want help, but it's not good to need help. It's not good to feel soft or whatever, but as a big, tough man as you are, is it okay to ask for help?
Yeah, I think I've built... Before I started Tribe, before I got sober, I was a very unsuccessful man in my life. I was at the end of my rope, like I said. So it's important you find, it's going to sound corny, you find your tribe, you find your men, you find your women that you're close with, and you stick with them. These people will help you through your darkest times. And it's not weakness to speak up. You know, we see people every day, you know, lose their lives. And one person that could have reached out and talked to them could have saved that life, you know? And you don't know what will happen after that person gets better. Because, like I said, I was at the end of my rope, and I'd like to think I was able to help someone down on my journey, too.
Well, on behalf of everybody here, a great sponsor, a great man, thank you so much, Ken.
Appreciate
It's been
you,
a pleasure,
brother.
dog. Shout out to Tribe Intensive. Go follow them. Only the real, baby. Let's live life.
Thank you, bro. That was awesome.
We got an official legendary fighter, man. Bashmir, how you feeling, big dog?
I'm feeling good, bro.
A real rude boy. You get me? Boom, 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 boom,
Bad
boom.
man.
Now, what's it like for you, dog, to be here, Rise of a Warrior? Obviously, the best fights, okay, at the best Fence Center, at the best venue with the best fans. What's it like for you when you're not fighting?
Man,
Because we want to see you fight, Bash. What's it like?
it's kind of boring. I'm not fighting, but I love supporting my team. And you know, my coach Dan owns this, so it's like good what he do for the community and for the city.
That's right, man. Any fighters you want to shout out? You cornering anybody tonight?
Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Keith, but my brother just won in his first kickboxing fight.
Come on now.
My boy Gibby just won. You know, we got Ruben fighting the main event for the title, Silas co-main event.
Let's go.
You know, Billy should have won the fight. You know, judges, refs, ass and shit.
Come on now, come on now. I want to ask Bash, I always ask the fighters, what's your pre-fight playlist look like? What kind of music you listening to on fight night?
I be playing some gangster shit or reggae, like hard reggae. I gotta be in that mode to kill somebody.
Right. Kill or be killed.
But when I step in the cage, like right before I step in the cage, I pray to God.
Wow.
I always pray for that.
Wow. Any fear when you're in that cage, Bashmir?
Oh no, I'm never scared. It's tatted on me too. I
Never
fear nothing.
scared.
I ain't scared of shit. I done fought the best in the state already. I fought 19 fights, all top guys. So, you know, it's a matter of time before I go pro now.
Right. Now, when you're in there, does everything go slow motion? Does it happen quick? When it's actually your time to fight, we're all watching you. What's it like for you?
I say, like, since when I first started fighting, like, yeah, it's hard to hear your coaches, like, you're so excited, so, like, yeah, you make mistakes, but once you progress more through the fights, like, everything's become slow. You can determine how fast you want to go with the fight.
Right.
And now it's like, it comes to the point where I can hear my coach, I can hear Dan, and my other corner, Tyler Lee, and all them.
Does it hurt when you get punched in the ring? Does it hurt really? Obviously in training and shit, it never feels good to get punched. But on fight night, you got the adrenaline. Does it hurt to get hit?
Speaking of that, we got to set something straight.
Set it straight.
I feel like I'm the best striker in the state because I've never been dropped or like never been knocked out. I don't get hurt with strikes at all standing up. That's got to be known for real.
And you
like,
always want to stand up. And a lot of times guys say that and then they don't want to stand up no more.
You got to post this. Everybody that say they're a striker that fought me turned into wrestlers. Nobody's going to stand in the middle. Nobody is.
And now, obviously, a couple, I don't know if it was last fight night or the last one, we saw you fight. You and EJ had a fight, one of the main events. You took a loss. Oh, shit, you took that. For you, what's it like to bounce back from a loss? Is it a lesson for you? How important is it to bounce back?
It's always a lesson because, like, I got some L's, you know, I wrestled a lot. I had some injuries, doctor stoppages, but I never give up. It just makes me train harder because, like, if I come back harder and get a win, they're going to see, okay, yeah, he's not going nowhere. Like, he want to make a name for himself.
I love that, dog. Now, what can you say about Dan Donaldson, the man, the myth, the legend, the reason we all here? Obviously, your coach. What do you got to say about Dan?
Man, Dan is like a father to me, man. He done some real ass shit for me. You know, he's looked out for me when I go out of the state, out of the city, you know, fighting other cities and stuff.
Right.
He makes sure, like, he trains at his house in his garage. He checks up on us, like, man, like, he will pull you to the side, like, he's a real ass nigga. He real as fuck. Right. Dan is the only one that get the nigga pass, okay?
That's it.
So Dan can say nigga all he want on Instagram.
He's good. People used to tell me that all the time as a hooper, dog. So if you get that, you a real one.
Oh, hell yeah.
I want to ask you, Bash.
My boy Jaquel fighting right now, too.
Doing his thing. This is round one, I believe.
Hell yeah.
They're throwing it all down the line. So you fought on other promotions. can you speak on Rise of a Warrior as a promotion? Obviously, the whole city comes out, but how great is Rise of a Warrior?
The difference why Rise of the Warrior is like top because the crowd. We got the deepest crowd in the state. Now, no promotion. I got respect for combat night, all the promotions, but like you gotta look at this. So packed gym.
Right, we're in an arena almost,
like,
not in a club.
Floors packed, bleachers packed. This is crazy. Thousands of people in here right now. So Dan is really doing this thing. Dan and Danny, his son, doing this thing right now.
That's right. Now, obviously, we've seen you get crunk in there, seen you get wins, do your thing. How long is the high of a fight last? How long are you amped up after you fight?
It really depends on how everybody makes it go on social media.
Okay, that's it. Keep the hype going, baby. Obviously, we always have after parties. We meet up downtown. I just wondered, off a win, are you invincible at that point, dog?
Oh, boy, hey, I'm smoking some good ass weed.
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes, sir. You know we light it on fire here on the Wido Podcast. Yiddy!
Yes, sir.
Bashmir, who's your favorite fighter?
My favorite fighter. It's crazy because when I was in college back in 2020 playing college football, I was in the dorm with my friends and I used to watch UFC a lot, like John Jones, Brock Lesnar, but then watching Israel Adesanya fight, that's one of my motivation.
Style bender.
But at first, when I first started fighting, I tried to mock his game, but then the more I trained, I came my own flow.
How much preparation do you put in on fight before your fights? How much work do you put in before you have a fight?
I'm putting a lot of work. I don't post everything on social media. Cover my bros and friends, check to make sure I'm training though. But I'm training though. I just be trying to be in my own world at times.
Yeah.
But I train I train every morning and every afternoon.
Bash, I want to ask you. Obviously, we see what you do out here, dog. We see you out here doing it, but who do you do it for?
I do it for myself. I do it for my mom. She's been through a lot. She's taking care of me. I lost my father when I was 4 years old, so I got to take care of my brothers and sisters. My family. I feel like I'm that one family member that's the one that's going take care of everybody. The golden one, I got to put everybody on the map.
I love that, dog. Any last words for the people, dog? This is the official Bash, man. Bashmir to your real.
I want y'all to know, look, I'm fighting 3 weeks for the belt. John Murray, I'm coming to beat your ass. I'm taking that belt. I'm ready to make my pro debut after. Ready to take over the world. Dana White, I'm ready. None of your featherweights got much power as me. So let's just do it.
You heard what he said. By the end of the year, if we ain't pro, we riot, baby.
Yes, sir.
Bashmir official, Treasure Coast Cartel, stand up.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, dog, as always. Real Batman. Woo, woo, woo.
Sir.
Live on the official Wido Podcast. I got a legend in the building. MIMS, for real. How you feeling, big dog?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm in Vegas right now. It don't even feel like I'm in
I thought it was UFC, Rise of Warrior. Now, I've seen you here a bunch, big dog. Obviously, you're a fight fan. What's it like for you to see the whole city come out to an event like this?
Man, I was just talking to Corey right now, and I just said, so I moved not too far from the area, and I chose this area because it was a lot quieter than South Florida for me. I got a family that has lived in South Florida for a while, and I just kind of wanted somewhere to just be different. And it's so cool to see everybody connected up here. And this is just an event that proves that there's like a neighborhood feeling of being in here. You see a lot of people that support it, so I'm just happy to be here.
And I love to see the whole community come out. Tonight we've got a lot of debuts, a lot of people making their debut. Yeah. So it's just incredible to see our community come out and see the people. Welcome to Florida, big dog. Yeah. Where are you from originally?
Well, you see the hat, so I got
repping. You see it.
I got to carry. I know a lot of people in Florida don't like it, but I will say this: Florida's always been a second home for me. It's where I launched my music career out here. My family has lived down here since the '90s, so this is always like my second home to come to. Like many New Yorkers, I'm sure. And I embrace the culture fully. I love it out here. I love the sunshine. So I'm happy. I'm not going back up top no time soon.
No time soon. That's amazing, dog. Now, have you always been a fight fan?
I have. It's funny because in the last 2 years, I've met a lot of fighters just being out here in Florida. And I've worked with a lot of fighters on other businesses and other things and other ventures. But to see that on an amateur level, to see fighters coming up the ranks and working their way up, it's amazing. It's amazing to see.
I love it, dog. Now, what do you get into these days? What's MIMS look like 2025?
I got the dad belly going on
man.
here.
Real life shit.
I was just talking to Tomahawk earlier.
Shout out to Steve.
And he's talking about getting me in the gym, trying to get me right.
Let's go.
So I can get rid of this belly here. But you know, other than that, it's just dad life for me, man. It's somewhat semi-retired life and enjoying where I'm at and enjoying my surroundings and the fruits of my labor, I guess.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And congratulations on that, dog.
Yeah.
Obviously, MIMS, you were lucky enough to have one of the biggest hits in the world.
Yeah.
This is why I'm Hot took over the world for sure when I was in school. Was there ever a point that you hated your own song? A lot of artists we see, their most favorite song, they don't really like them. Did you ever hate your own song?
You know what? In the beginning, there was a point when the record was huge that I wanted the world to hear more music.
Something else.
And it was like no one would turn that off to get into the other stuff. I mean, I followed up with Like This that did well on the charts. I had a record on my second album called Move that did well, but it was hard getting people to transition. But now, the difference now is that I'm in this 2000s playlist era. They call it nostalgia.
Yep.
So whenever that song comes on, I'm sure it's nostalgia for the crowd,
Absolutely.
but it's also, you know, it's nostalgia for me as well.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's one of the, oh, we got a big shot right there. He looks dazed. Following up, we might have a round 2 finish right here live.
I might owe somebody some money on this one.
Trey, I'm trying to tell you. I used to make music a little bit, bro.
Okay.
I was pretty nice at it, but I didn't want to keep doing it because I felt I was taking away from artists that's really their purpose. Every day they wake up needing to express themselves. To me, it was a sport.
Yeah.
To you, what was music coming up? Was it your life? Was it a sport to you? What was it like?
So for me, it's an easy question to answer. My first album was titled "Music Is My Savior," right? And that's a play off my name, MIMS.
MIMS, that's right.
M-I-M-S. And for me, it was really that. I had a tough childhood growing up. I survived both my parents dying by the time I was 13 years old.
Wow.
You know, I came up in Wash Heights, which is, for anybody who knows New York, that's like the Harlem area. So for me, without having music in my life, there's a certain path that was inevitable for me to go down had I not had music.
Wow.
And I always say music for me saved me from it gave me something to do.
Right.
So oddly enough, shout out, I don't know who won, but oddly enough for me, it stopped being fun when the business came into it. And that's why I decided to get away from it. Because the business just made it, you know, not for me. So I hear you when you say it was sport, but I will say this. I don't care what your music sounds like. If you're creative, most of the time people create because they need to. It's like a release. So
Last one I got for you. Obviously, we know what you do, man. You've been doing it for a long time, big dog. Who do you do it for?
my son. I got a 5-year-old right now. Everything in life that I do right now, I'm basically in that mode where I'm like, okay, I guess selflessly or selfishly, however you want to look at it, my goal is to make sure that he's comfortable and that he has every opportunity, which is why obviously I moved to this area because, you know, obviously as a parent, and they say this like, just because I grew up under certain circumstances, you got to figure out how to break the generational curse. So everything I do in life right now at least, is for that little guy.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Last one I got. Who's got the worst drivers, New York or Florida? MIMS, talk to him.
Ooh, that's tough.
We got more space.
I think there's a difference. Florida drivers, this is what I don't understand. When you're on a 95 and somebody's in a slow lane doing 1,000 miles an hour, but there's no one in the, my mind is like, just go to the fast lane.
Right. They want you to move out the way.
Yeah. But, wow, I owe somebody money.
Round two, MIMS got to pay up, man. We got a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by, dog.
Thanks for having me, man.
Always,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out, supporting Rise of a Warrior. The whole community says thank you. This is MIMS for life. It's over just like that. Round two finish. We'll see y'all next time. Appreciate you, dog. A real legend in the building, okay, professional fighter, Mr. K.O. Corey Pavao. How you feeling,
Yo,
dog?
yo, what's good, bro?
Good to see you as always. How you feeling on fight night? Rise of a Warrior live from the Fence Center. Talk to me.
Bro, it's always amazing here, bro. The atmosphere is out of control, bro. We just seen a TKO. There's been knockouts. You know, it's been a great night so far.
A lot of people's debuts tonight. Do you remember your debut fight for Rise of Warrior? What was it like?
My debut for Rise of Warrior was actually my third fight. And it was my first time fighting for Pierce. My first 2 fights were in Ocala.
Wow.
So my scale is crazy story, but my scale at home had me like on weight. When I got there to weigh in, I was 5 pounds over.
Wow, 5 pounds a lot, ladies and gentlemen.
5 pounds, bro. It took me at the bar where weigh-ins was. I cut weight for 3 hours, and I lost the 5 pounds. And it got down to I had to weigh in my underwear.
Wow.
And the kid, he kept making me weigh in. I got to a pound. I was like, is that good enough? He was like, no. So my last time weighed in, I got down to my underwear and I was like 0.2 over. And I looked at him and I was like, yo, is that good enough? And he was like, he said, yeah, obviously. But then come fight night, in 36 seconds, he folded, gave me his back, and I got a submission win in like 36 seconds.
Didn't even matter.
All that he basically quit in the damn ring.
Right.
You know, that shit was crazy.
And that happens a lot, but you know what I mean? Shout out to all fighters, respect to all fighters, win, loss, or draw. Here to entertain the people. But I mean, you're one of them ones, KO Pavao. A lot of people come out to see you fight, so what's it like for you to see the city come out to support all the fighters?
Man, if you got this city behind you, this city loves with everything, man. They supported me all them years. Every time I came out, like the hairs on my arms stood up. Right. It was electrifying, bro. I love the city of Fort Pierce and St. Lucie County, man.
Now, would you say fighting saved you? How important is fighting in your life?
Fighting really put me on the right track. You know, because I fought a lot unsanctioned, obviously, in bars for my friends. I was always tiny, but I really didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So as soon as somebody went and popped off and I felt I was disrespected, I always swung first.
You gonna meet that same energy.
Never give none. But literally, once I started fighting, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped drinking. Like, I still went to bars and hung out, but I wasn't drinking at the bars. Like, it changed my life a lot in a lot of different aspects, but it definitely turned my life for the better.
Now, I want to ask you, there's a bit of myths a lot of kids talk about, even when I was a kid, about fighters getting their hands insured and their hands licensed and their hands, you know, you can't fight anybody. Is that hands registered? Are your hands registered?
Listen, I think it's bullshit.
It's gotta be, right?
But I haven't fought outside the gym since I started training, so I wouldn't know.
But you don't have no card that says KO Pavao, I'm registered.
No.
These hands are registered.
I got a license by the state, but that's it. And honest to God, if any motherfuckers try me out there, I'm gonna fight.
Ready?
I'm gonna fight.
Now, BKFC is a big part of today's fight scene. A lot of people are going over there.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of BKFC? Could you ever see yourself making that trade?
I love it, but I'm not that type of violent person, bro.
Damn.
I love, even like big ups to anybody that does that, but I'm not even when you win, you still lose.
Goddamn right.
You break hands, your face gets cut open, you can't fight. So it's a tough sport to stay relevant in and consistent, you know what I mean? But I salute all of them that do that, but nah, that shit ain't for me.
No way.
Hell, I'm too pretty.
Who's your favorite professional fighters of all time?
Obviously Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. Those are go-tos. But I really grew up idolizing Randy Couture.
Randy, legend.
And Tito Ortiz. Those were my 2 favorite fighters when I started watching UFC. You know, my style kind of mimics them. And then Khabib, obviously. A lot of people don't like him, but I love him. He wins and he stays safe.
That's right.
And that's my biggest thing. I got kids at home and I'm not trying to let my kids watch me get whooped, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta be safe, bro. I got a job.
I love how, you know, obviously you gotta sell a fight sometimes. You gotta build it up. There's always gonna be animosity. You know, they're not going to play a basketball game. They're going to fight each other. Kill or be killed.
For sure.
Would you agree that 9 times out of 10 after the fight, there's always respect between the fighters?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, you're gonna run into them douchebags that are just, you know, in my eyes, pieces of shit. But 98% of these guys, they'll talk trash on the internet. At weigh-ins, they'll talk trash. But somebody's gotta win and somebody's gotta lose. And you're in that cage, well, amateur, they're in that cage for 9 minutes with each other. There ain't nobody else in there.
That's right.
There's a level of respect that is formed in them 9 minutes. You know what I mean? So
That's
at
right.
the end, it's all. You rarely see controversy at the end of a fight. You know, it's usually love.
Now, Corey, obviously you're a professional fighter. We've seen you in here whooping ass,
Yes,
taking
sir.
names, getting wins. Unfortunately, we saw you take a loss not too long ago.
Yeah, I know.
For
I
you,
know.
how important is it to bounce back from a loss, and what kind of lessons do you learn from a loss?
For me, you know, I just really love to fight. So, you know, I'm not chasing the
You
UFC.
can tell when Corey KO Pavo's
I'm not chasing the UFC. I don't want to be a world champion, you know what I mean? A few Saturdays out the month, I want to get in that out the year.
Wow.
I want to get that cage and fight, you know what I mean? So losing, it sucks. Nobody wants to lose, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But it hurts. You get all the raw emotions of losing, you know, but it don't bother me as much as somebody that really needs to protect that undefeated record, somebody that wants to make it to the UFC.
Right.
And plus my opponent was probably one of the most respectful,
Damn
humble people, you know. He's much older than me. He has way more cage experience, you know, but sharing that octagon with him was a privilege. He showed some things in me where I get too comfortable in situations I shouldn't be comfortable in. So, you know, there's a lot of lessons coming out of that loss.
Exactly.
But if I'm being real, yo, I just watched a fight last night for the first time.
Just for the first time, you watched it back?
For the first time.
Wow.
It low-key haunted me.
Wow.
It low-key
Didn't even want to
haunted
watch
me.
it.
I didn't even want to watch it, dude. I didn't even want to. But I watched it last night for the first time, and I'm always proud of myself, you know, for even just stepping in there.
Yep.
I felt like I did good, but I got comfortable in a position I shouldn't have been in, and he capitalized. You know, I knew what happened before I watched it, you know, but it just reassured it last night.
really
Is
see
exactly
it.
what happened. You know what I mean?
And I always bring that up because it's sad for me to see how down some fighters can be after a loss. Because every fight is like a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You don't have multiple games in a week. It's one fight per couple of months. You know what I mean? A couple times a year.
For sure.
But a loss is obviously a lesson.
Yes.
And I feel like the most important thing is that you did your best. If the better man wins, the better man wins.
100%.
You just never want to feel like you let yourself down.
Yeah,
and
no,
you definitely did not do that.
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that at all. And my son actually taught me a great lesson about losing. My 7-year-old boy, he does jiu-jitsu. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for 3 years. And about a few months before my fight, we were at a jiu-jitsu tournament with him, and he lost, but he lost with so much grace. And I was like, damn, man, you know what I mean? Like, of course he wants to win, but this is a tournament where you're watching kids throw fits.
Right.
Kids cry. There wasn't one kid in that gym that took a loss the way he took it, and I was like, damn, you know what I mean? This is a 7-year-old kid, you know, like
teaching you.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And that was a huge proud moment as a father, you know what I mean? To watch him lose, and it was just so gracefully. Like my grandfather came up to me after, and he said, listen, he says, I don't know what you're doing over there, but you're doing something right.
That's amazing.
And it was a real good moment for me. You know,
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's a
for
true
sure.
dad right there.
For
Shout out to
sure.
Corey K.O. Pavo.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday to Steve Tomahawk Townsel. Shout out, man. You guys are one of the legends out here of Rise of a Warrior.
Yeah, big shout out to Steve. He does that BKFC shit. He crazy.
Crazy, dog.
Crazy.
But like you said, he's gotten his hands broke, multiple surgeries, still doing it, still
Multiple. I
putting
think
it on
he's
the
on
line.
like 5 or 6
He's a fucking
surgeries.
savage, dog. Shout out to Steve.
Big
God
Steve.
damn.
My dog.
Any words for Dan Donaldson, man? How important is Dan Donaldson for you?
Fuck, man. If you go find somebody in here that has something bad to say about Dan Donaldson,
we riot.
Yeah, you know, but you wouldn't find anybody,
Never.
you know. This place loves that dude. This dude's been supporting his community, young fighters, for I don't know how long. He's one of my best friends. He knows more about me than people I've known my whole life, you know what I mean? Me and him been through a lot together. I love Dan Donaldson. I love the promotion he does, the opportunities he gives to these kids, bro. He's got us all trained out his garage. He was just there the other night, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
man. Shout out
what
to
kind of
Sugar
person
Coast
is
Cartel.
going to do that? Let me just put 20 kids in my garage and let them fight. Like what? You know?
I love it, man.
Big shout outs to Dan.
Shout out to Dan. Shout out to you, Corey K.O.
Thank you,
Pavo,
bro.
one of the
Thank
fan
you.
favorites. And now, obviously, we know what you do, Corey. We see
Yes,
you out here
sir.
doing it. Anytime you in that ring, you know you do it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Who do
sir.
you do it for?
I honestly, you know, as this sport is super selfish, and this sport started,
Oh my God! I'm such a huge fan!
Come in the middle. We got to see you on the camera now.
Big Bang.
Holy shit!
We got Ben in the building. This is Corey K.O. It's a superstar.
Can I have your autograph? Corey Pavao. Oh my Lord.
This motherfucker lying, bro. Don't listen to
Ben. The single leg kid all through high school.
Don't listen to Ben.
They called him Senor Singles in Mexico.
I only wrestled 2 years in high school. Don't listen to this motherfucker.
He could single leg a barrel.
Hey, don't help the bear.
I don't know if you knew this. Corey Pavao taught DC how to wrestle in his youth.
Yo, DC, shout me out, DC.
Shout out Daniel
DC, put
Cormier.
some respect on
Don't
his
forget
name.
about me, DC. Don't forget about me.
Pavao.
Don't worry about
The single
Dagestan.
leg kid.
Yeah, don't worry about Dagestan, Fort Pierce, Corey K.O. Pavao, baby. The man, dog.
What's good?
I love it, dog. Corey, on a serious note, we see you out here doing it, big dog.
Yes,
Who do you
sir.
do it for?
I honestly started this sport. I didn't have no children. You know, me and my old lady were together. It was all for me. You know, I wrestled in high school. I found wrestling my junior year, and it was the competition aspect of it for me. And I love to compete, so I started to do it for myself. Then I had my first son, and he's been to every one of my fights. I had him in 2017, and my last fight was the first fight he's ever seen me lose.
Wow.
So it's pretty wild, you know, but I like to be able to show my I got 2 boys now, and I fight for them to show them, you know, hard work and dedication. You could accomplish whatever you want, you know what I mean? So I pretty much use my fighting as a teaching aspect now for my 2 boys.
A true pioneer, rise of warrior, one of the best fighters around, a true professional, and that's the 3rd round stoppage right there.
TKO, another one.
The place is going crazy.
Another
We live
one.
from the Fort Pierce. We live from the Fence Center, baby. Live in Fort Pierce, rise of a warrior. I got a legend. Thank you so much for coming
Yes,
on.
sir,
This is Corey K.O. Pavao, the one and only. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Then my dog Rudy, how you feeling, big dog?
Man, always good, always blessed, always good to be here with you too.
Come on, man. Always good to see you.
Hey, so yeah,
We got a nice night. A lot of people making their debuts tonight. What do you think about tonight's fights?
I was just saying, so like I guess it's a card with a bunch of new fighters.
That's right.
Man, I heard it's been an awesome night. I know. Shout out to the guy that I was training with, Jalen. Awesome fight. You saw my boy Shining out there.
That's right. Shining.
Those Black Widow hands is looking fire.
Hey, you see it now. You see it now.
Team
Get with my
Cut
dog.
Strong Boxing, they help along the way. That's how we got there.
Cut Straw doing his thing. Shout out to Steve Tomahawk Townsel celebrating his birthday.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday to a legend. A BKFC trailblazer at this point, okay? Now, what's your fight news looking like? What's the future looking like for Rudy?
Man, hopefully it's some news here soon because
We need it.
I do need it. Honestly, I need to get back in the mix of things. I'm looking to get my feet wet again and dance with somebody. I've been a little busy doing personal things in life, trying to chase personal goals. But man, my window is ever so long, and I got to get back to work soon. So here soon, I'll have some news.
I love it now. BKFC on the rise.
I'm
the
waiting.
Black
Call
Widow.
me, baby. Call me. I'm waiting for the phone call, Serge.
Now, obviously, you've been a boxer, you've been a striker, you've done MMA, you're going into BKFC now. What training do you do specifically for BKFC, bare knuckle?
Man, obviously, I box at Cut Strong Boxing in Port St. Lucie, Florida, with my brother Steve. And man, my boxing has gotten so much better. My gas tank has gotten so much better. Honestly, I wish I was out here like the old days punching trees or something.
Right.
And I do a little bit, but I probably should more to just to weather these things up. But these rocks are solid, and I'm ready to throw them.
We had Ken Link on the show. Shout out to Tribe Intensity.
Hey, you're dropping names tonight. Amazing people. Shout out
What
to
do you
Ken
think
Link.
about Tribe?
I couldn't say more about Tribe. Honestly, they're just like Dan Donaldson with this. Such a pivotal part. Man, this thing fell on me. Such a pivotal
dog. You good?
I gotta stand back up, show my beautiful face.
That's right.
Such a pivotal part of the community where like you give all these people such an outlet to chase their dreams, to find something, to build confidence in themselves. Man, Tribe is that too, constantly helping people. Bro, I play baseball with Ken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He does everything. I see him in a softball league. Bro, sponsors all these fighters. Look at the Tribe up there.
You see it.
Like I said, you can't ask for a better human being. Shout out to Ken Link.
Shout out, man. Tribe Intensity, you
And
already
Andrew
know.
and his dad, Ken Sr.
That's right. And it's just dope, man, to see men be able to have a place to go to get help, to find a brotherhood, to find a tribe.
Just just like this right here, just to find someone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I get to see these people every single day, and they're my psychiatrists. Because as men, we got to keep that shit in, and like sometimes you got to vent. And I'm happy I get the outlet of throwing these things at people every day and not getting in trouble doing it.
That's right. Legally, baby. Whooping ass and taking names.
I love my life.
We got another fight right here. We'll react to it for a little bit, Rudy.
We will.
We got Mitchell as a referee. Shout out to Mitchell Combat Night.
Oh, man, look at him in there with his collar shirt
Crazy,
on.
see it now?
Hey, so the guy on the right, he comes from Combat Club. Great school also. Shout out to Travis. They put out killers over there. I train with my boy Big John.
Wow.
Man, they got some good people. So I know if you're coming from that gym, you got your shit together.
Right.
Let's see right now. He's getting a little grappled, though. Man, that environment, you hear the people in the background.
So many, man. I love it. The whole community comes out. VIP sold out.
I was telling my boys tonight, I was like, man, what else is there to do? Like, we're in Port St. Lucie, Martin County. Like, this is the place to be tonight, is to come out here and see fights. Even if you don't know the people, bro, you're guaranteed a good show.
And obviously, Rudy, you've been a part of, you've seen other promotions. Can you speak about how great Rise of a Warrior is as a fight promotion?
I couldn't say more good things about it, man. This is it's one of the best ones, if not the best, arguably. Obviously, they do stuff with Mitch up there in Combat Night. They put on such a great show. It feels like a professional show. I've been to other shows, and they're nothing like this. Right. The crowd, the setup, how they keep the fights moving. There's not a big delay in fights. Yep. The talent's strong all the time. You're going to see crazy knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Hands like this. It's not no rinky-dink show, man. They ain't out here at the fairground. Like,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
right, exactly.
They solidified this spot,
Yeah,
and this is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? This is our home right here.
I love it, dog.
Man, and every time you show up here, you're going to get a nice little podcast with Wado.
You're going to see a nice podcast with Wado. You already know what we do, baby. Appreciate you, Rudy, as always. I got to ask you, I've been asking all the fighters, all the people. We know what you do, Rudy. We see you out here doing it. Damn sure do it in the cage. Who do you do it for?
God first, my family second, and then everybody else. Like I said, just it's part of this life that I'm living, man. It's a story, I'm trying to tell it, and we're just trying to bring as many people along with the ride as I can. So everybody, man, people like you, people like you that make it possible. That make it possible, man. Gotta check in every single time with Wado, the killer on the mic.
Gotta come see your boy, man. Appreciate you, Rudy. This is the Black Widow. Stay tuned for some fight news. BKFC. What's up, baby? My dog need a fight.
Man, someone call me out, or just someone call my phone and say we ready, because I'm coming.
I'm Diaz told you, don't be scared, homie.
Don't be scared.
Black
Call me up,
Widow.
BKFC, let's go.
Appreciate you, dog. Always love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the man of the hour, the birthday boy, the legend, Mr. Steve Tomahawk Townsel. How you doing, big dog?
What's up, brother, man? Doing great, doing amazing. It is Rise of the Warrior, Fort Pierce, Florida, and we are live in effect.
Any fight news coming up, Steve?
Man, to be honest, not really. I had some. Buddy wanted a whole lot of money to fight me because he said I was too much. But, you know, so now we stay ready. We getting ready. I got Rudy.
That's right.
Rudy's online, man. We looking for really soon, man. Hopefully, I was trying to hope for May. If it doesn't happen in May, man, I promise you by mid-year, it's going to happen for us.
I love it. How the hands feel? How the hands feel right now?
The hands feel like my hands feel. Like my hands ain't never gonna be 100%, but I'm gonna punch you like they're 100%.
See, that's big right there. They'll never be 100%, but I'm gonna punch you like they are.
Yes.
Savage shit right there, dog. A lot of people making their debuts here tonight, Steve. Can you remember your debut for Rise of Warrior? What was that like?
I do remember my debut. It was huge. I just got in there and I spoke, man. Right now is where that support system starts, man. A fighter goes in there by himself, but we are surrounded by support, and the guys that come in, man, they buy tickets, they come, they cheer for us. Man, that is huge, especially the guys coming up in these amateur ranks, man. Rise of the Warrior has always been really good at that, and this is one of the first shows where I see a lot of new faces. So
that's right.
The support system really helps these guys push forward. This is not an easy thing to do. If it was, everybody would do it.
That's right, that's right. Now, as a professional fighter that you are now, you're seasoned, you've been here a lot, you've done bare knuckle fighting at this point. Do you still get nervous when you're in that ring on fight night?
Listen, I'm to the point where I'm not as nervous, to the point where I've got to tell my coaches to calm down, because I've worked really hard to get here. I've put in the work, and don't get me wrong, every single time is I have to put in that work.
Yep.
But I know what it is, and I've earned the right to be there, and I had to realize that. I didn't realize it at first, and I think that's why I was so nervous. But now that I put in work constantly, and when I'm there, it's like, yeah, this is what I worked for. This is what it is. So I want to breathe it in. I want to enjoy it, because if you don't, it's going to pass you by, man, and it's just going to become some simple little memory that you forget about. So in life, not just fighting, man, breathe that shit in, because it is important. It is important to understand that you are living life and you only get one.
Now, Steve, obviously you teach a lot of people these days. A lot of people come to you to learn boxing. Shout out to Rudy. Do you still learn, though, as yourself, as a professional fighter? Are you still learning?
100%. And not only do I learn from my coaches, I learn from my students, from the love and support that I get from them. Rudy started with me about 2.5 years ago, and now he's one of my main sparring partners. He's one of my biggest battles, and it's amazing to have that. I just told him a few weeks ago, I was like, look, you've always been game, but now we're having those battles, and those battles excite me, because without them, man, it gets boring. You know what I'm saying?
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, but it definitely helps with the guys that I coach. No one wants you to succeed more than your mama, your daddy, and your motherfucking coach.
Love that. I love that. Now, what's the future for you look like, Steve? How long are we going to be fighting? Are you looking to move towards being a trainer, being an ambassador of the sport? What's it look like for you in the future?
We ain't done yet. I'm a trainer right now. I work with guys all the time, but I'm not done. I feel good. I don't have a thought of not wanting to fight. So as soon as I have that first thought that I don't know if I want to fight, that's when I know it's time. But right now, I'm ready to go, and I don't see nobody. I'm ready. I'm number 3 in the world for a reason.
Right. That's
so
right.
when it comes to this, run it, line it up. I don't care who you are. When it is, let's go.
Word speaks for itself. Fort Pierce legend right here. Steve, I want to ask you, what does your pre-fight playlist look like? What music you listening to before you go whoop ass?
Man, it varies, man, but I'm winding it back down to some 98 DMX, you know what I'm saying? I'm going a little deeper into the ranks. Or I'm going to some straight up just sounds just to get my mind and my focus together, man, help me get it all together, slow things down because I'm already moving so fast.
Right. Now, obviously, you got your beautiful girl here. You got some kids. What does it mean for you to have your family watch you on fight nights? Are the kids there? Is the girl there on fight night? What is it like for you to family to watch?
The wife is always there, man. My kids are still a little young. I know that I'm gonna win, but at the same time, sometimes you win and you look a little busted up. I don't know if my little girls can handle that yet, but they watch me on TV. So my last amateur fight here at Rise of the Warrior, my daughter Isabella cornered me for my fight, so that was a big thing for me. But my little girls haven't been to a live fight yet. It's pretty brutal, now bare knuckle. So even when I win, which is most of the time, I'm a little busted up, man. It's a fight, and that's what we do. So.
Now, obviously, you've been a fighter for a long time. Now you're a BKFC boxer, a BKFC fighter. Number 3 ranked in the world, okay, put some respect on his name. What things do you do in training specifically for bare knuckle? Outside of just boxing training, obviously.
I'm going to be honest, it doesn't matter if it's MMA, it's boxing, or it's bare knuckle. Man, I just listen to my coach. Byron Zamora is my boxing coach. I don't want to think when it comes time to camp. I want to be told what to do, execute what to do, so when it comes time to the fight, I'm able just to handle that business. You know what I'm saying?
Game plan.
While we're in training, I get beat up more than I'll ever get beat up in a fight. I get more injuries, more issues. But when it comes time to the fight, everything clicks. I show up, I'm hungry, and I'm a motherfucking savage. And I know what my coach put inside of me and he instilled, and I'm ready to go.
That's right, man. One of the realest of all time. I love to see you get announced, bro. When they say Fort Pierce, it lights you up, man.
Yes, sir,
you can tell how much you love your hometown.
I love my hometown. I am from a small place, and a lot of people don't make it out of here. I was almost one of those guys, and I beat the statistics every day, so I encourage the guys, no matter what you're going through, the women too, no matter what you're going through, man, things get grim sometimes. It is not a beautiful world all the time. Make sure that you pick your fucking head up, you poke your chest out, and you keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Fort Pierce, I love you guys, man. I love the support, and I'm always going to rep home team.
Always, man. Well, thank you so much on behalf of the entire city, the entire promotion, Steve Tomahawk Townsel. Thank you so much, and happy motherfucking birthday, dog.
One more time, happy
You look
birthday.
good.
Let's go.
You look good.
45 looks amazing,
Come on, baby.
Let's go.
Kicking ass, taking names. This is the legend, Steve Tomahawk Townsel. Thank you so much, big dog. Love. Warrior t-shirts for everybody. How many do you think you're gonna sell tonight?
Tonight, more than 50.
More than 50. 100%. You good?
Perfect.
You look good.
Thank you.
All right, baby. We officially live on the official Watto podcast. I got the beautiful Paula here. How many shirts did we sell tonight, baby girl?
24.
24. She said above 50. Okay. Maybe next time we're going to be a little bit more loud. I told her she was too quiet.
I was trying to show my boobs, but nobody was looking. You know, the lights were
The
off.
boobs would have did it. The boobs would have sold at least 60.
I know, but the lights were off. You know, next time I won't.
They don't deserve that.
With
They
no
don't deserve
bra.
that. Now, could you ever see yourself get in a ring and fight?
Yes.
You would whoop a bitch's ass?
Yeah.
Do you train at all?
I train. I do jiu-jitsu. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 4 years, and
Wow.
that's my goal, to fight. You know.
Now, where are you from?
Colombia.
Colombia. What's the best Colombian dish? If you had to make me a meal, what would you make? Something that straight from Colombia.
Bandeja paisa.
What is that? Break it down.
That's fries, beans, and it has like chicharrón. That's like pork beef and chorizo. That's a beef. I can explain. You have to try. I'm gonna make it for you.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You saw it here first. So now, I thank you for coming on the Watto podcast. I'm Watto, by the way. This is the Watto podcast. We live in effect with Paula. So, do you like fighting?
Yes, I do. I enjoy fighting.
What does training do for you in the real life? What do you get out of training?
Helps me mentally with concentrate and focus on myself. I used to battle with depression.
Wow.
And then I started with jiu-jitsu and changed my life. I used to weigh like 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. I lost a little weight, and it helped me to focus on myself and seeing the life different and save my life.
Wow, that's really beautiful. That's beautiful. And anybody can be infected by jiu-jitsu. I think the discipline is so important. The training is so important. The humbleness you get out of it is so important.
Yes, it is. And you meet people that change your life. You surround yourself with people that are focused on themselves and helps you to be succeed in life.
Wow. Now, Paula, you are the greatest Rise of a Warrior shirt seller of all time, okay? I got my shirt right here. Rise of a Warrior, shout out.
Amazing. That's
The best fight promotion of all time.
Yes, it is.
She was selling the shirts. I mean, next
Just
time
for
we're
the
gonna
smile.
sell a lot more. We're gonna sing. We're gonna dance. Can we do some salsa? Can we dance?
Of course. we
You
can
know how to do it all.
I do everything. Everything.
We need a
Yeah,
better
Colombia.
strategy.
Yeah.
But you see it. She sold 24 shirts. This is a legend right here. She would have fought. She could whoop some ass. I want to ask you, Paula, if you're stuck on an island for 1 month and can only listen to 3 artists, who would they be?
3 artists. That's a hard question. I don't know, so many of them. I will have.
She gonna pass. One word of advice to the people out there, Paula. Please give it to me.
Advice. Focus on yourself. Never give up on yourself, and keep dreaming, and have hope. Hope is the best.
Hope is the best. You heard it here first. Right now, we are live from Rise of Warrior. We breaking down the cage. We live from Fort Pierce. We sipping on a little something. Cheers. Did anybody tell you look good tonight?
You.
Somebody got to tell her. She looks good. We doing our thing. It's your boy Watto. It's the beautiful Paula. It's Rise of a Warrior. This is what it looks like after hours, baby.
Yeah, it's a lot. I really like your fights, and I'm enjoying the people. I enjoy your company.
Come on.
And I'm really happy to meet you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
A star guest of the show. Cheers.
Cheers.
To all a good night. Get home safe. Rise of a warrior. You already know how we do it, baby.